I'm going to be working on the super low gear RC today, and I just have this zip tied on here, so I'm going to make an actual mount for this here gearbox, transmission, transfer case, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to be using is a piece of painter's tape. I'm going to use a piece of 1/8 inch thick aluminium, just a little chunk of it, just to go in between the cross frame, or I don't know what you call that, a cross member? Yeah, the rear cross member, and the gearbox itself. So what I'm going to do is take some painter tape, place it on the bottom here, and poke holes in it where the bolt holes are, or screw holes, bolt holes, whatever you want to call them. And then I have to measure the distance from here to here, which I did already, and I believe it's 36.4 millimeters. But I'm going to transfer this quick. I got it traced out with the holes where I want them, or where the holes are located on the gearbox, and which way the front of it is. I did the same thing to the rear cross member, if it comes in focus. Just put a piece of tape over it, traced over the holes, and then I just got to locate it to this guy. I'm going to cut off the excess so it's a lot easier to follow. So I just got to cut off this here excess, cut out the little chunk, take my center punch in the center, which it's intended for, and the name of it, all the holes where I want the holes to go, drill out the holes and bolt it on in. The bracket is made. I am no longer going to use these here zip ties, so it'll be solid, no more wobbliness. Now it's time to see if this thing bolts up. I'm going to be using 6 3mm by 8mm screws. Now let's see if this fits. It doesn't fit. I'm just kidding. I used tape, of course it worked. It looks really nice, actually. Like, looks, I wouldn't say professional, but it's pretty clean. Now I just gotta bolt it up to their cross member. Let's do that. As Ace Ventura once said, B-E-A-U-T-ful. I think he said that. But it is solid. Except for that little U-joint. But I'll just drill out a new one, because this was a 3mm shaft and that's a 5mm, so I ended up taking a 3-to-3 and just drilling it out. I do have 3 universal joints where one side is 3 and one side is 5. Don't know where the hell they are. I looked everywhere, but I don't know where they are. So I ended up just drilling one out. But let's fire this mamma jamma up and see how not wobbly it is anymore. Alrighty, moment of truth here. Yeah, it's slick. The only wobble is that universal joint, because once again it's yeah. It is nice looking. It's solid. It looks semi-professional. And what the scooters always say, she may not be the prettiest girl at the dance, but she'll put out the moment you ask her. I had fun making this. I need to play with the drill press more often. But I think the next thing I want to try doing is eliminating either this drive shaft or eliminating this altogether. 3D printing something up to bolt up to that, so it's the motor and the transmission all up in this one, so it's all one unit and not stretched out, because I want to put a cab on here, and then I got to put some over the back. But if I got this lumpy guy back there, not much really I can do. But it's solid. The wheels turn real slow, the gearing's low, the motor also slow. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. What did you think? Does it look good? I'm proud of it. Bye.